Living like we in a, living like we in a, living like we in a race. I might come in first and second, but I won't ever be last. Lately I've been in my bag, but told me don't take my foot off the gas. They give you an inch, gonna take you a mile. I'ma shoot by myself like a 10 for 5. City to city, got city, got city, got city. Hey, babe.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to create this very warm, natural, glowy look for you guys. It's gonna be sunset vibes. I really like it. I wish I would have stuck with probably some smaller lashes so you can actually see the look, but it works. It works. But I'm excited about how this turned out. And if you want to see how I created this look and the steps I took to achieve it, then keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to start by doing is powdering my eyebrows. I normally don't do my eyebrows on camera. I just realized that, but I'm going to do them today for y'all. But I'm just powdering my brows first, just so when I go to start outlining them and everything, it's more sharp and more crisper and defined. Next, I just took my NYX Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso, and I'm just starting at the front of my brow, and I'm following the natural shape of my brow line. I'm going to do the same thing on the top of my brow. And like I said, I use the same brow pencil all the time. Normally, I go in with a pomade to fill in the sparse areas or the empty spaces. But today, I just went in fully with my pencil and just filled in my brows. Next, I'm just taking my two Juvia's Place concealers in the shade 16 and 12, and I'm going to start with the darker one first towards the front of my brow, just so it appears more natural. Like I always say in my tutorials, it just looks more natural. Then I use the lighter shade to make my arch appear more higher and more defined. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Once again, starting with that darker shade towards the front, and then I'm going to use the lighter shade at my arch, just so once again, so it looks more higher. Next, I'm just taking those same two concealers and I just mixed them together and I just applied them all over my lid, and I'm going to use this as my base for my eyeshadow. I want to conceal the top of my brows with the darker shade, just because I like it to be more natural once I apply my foundation and everything else. So I already set my lid with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Next, I'm going in with this brown shade from the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place, and this is going to be my first shade that I put down. And once again, y'all, I keep looking up at my TV. I do this in every video. This time I'm watching Riverdale, y'all, and why y'all ain't tell me this show was this good? Next, I just took the orange shade from the Zulu palette. I'm going right on top of that brown, and I'm just going to use that to blend out the edges of the brown and smoke it out a little bit. I'm going for a sunset effect type of look. I created a look like this before, and I'm going to do a side by side in the end of the video and show you guys. Next, I took the yellow shade from the Zulu palette. I'm going right over that orange shade, just really lightly with this one, just to smoke it out and just to create like this ombre effect, just so it looks nice transitioning into each other. So I did go in and cut my crease already. I'm just using this flat brush, and I was using the Morphe concealer. I'm not sure the shade color, but I will leave it linked down below. But I just used a flat brush that I created myself to make the shape of my crease. Next, I'm just taking a fluffy brush and just wiping off any excess concealer, just so when I start to go in and add my other eyeshadows, the oil or the concealer isn't breaking down those products. So next, just taking those same shades that I put in my crease before, I'm just gonna put those on the outer corners of my outer corner of my lid, so on the outer V of my lid. I'm sorry, y'all. And I'm just taking those same three colors and just blending them into each other. So I just took the brown first, then I did the orange, and then I did the yellow. I'm taking this new shade from the Magic palette, I believe, by Juvia's Place. And I'm just going to put this on the rest of the area that I have left over. And I'm going to make sure I blend it into the ends of that yellow just to make sure everything blends well together. And once again, make sure it just looks real ombre. I love an ombre look. Next, I just took the Sephora liner. This is one of the best eyeliners ever, y'all. I've been using this ever since I saw Kiki Adams start using it. And I'm just using this to create my wing, y'all. And that's pretty much it right now with this step. Thing I did was just take a flat concealer brush and just go right under my wings just to make sure it's crisp and sharp and wipe off any extra eyeshadow as well. Next, I apply my Fenty foundation in the shade 385, and I'm just using a Real Techniques brush to blend that into my face. I like to spread it across first with a flat brush just to make sure I'm not using too much product, and then I just use my brush to blend the rest in. Taking those two concealers from before, I'm going to go in with the lighter one first and take that right under my eye, put it on my chin, the bridge of my nose, and as well as my forehead. And I'm just using this as my highlighter shade. And then I'm going to use the darker shade next, right below that one, and on top and mix it up a little bit, just so when I blend in my contour, it appears more natural, so it's not real light and then dark. Next thing I'm doing is applying my contour from Anastasia. I'm just going to put that on my jawline, my forehead, my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, places like that. Next thing I'm going to do is start to blend out my contour first, just because I like to let my concealer set because it gets more coverage. I say this in every video. You get more coverage if you let your concealer sit longer. And first I'm going to just blend out my contour and then blend my concealer into that. Next thing I'm doing is just taking a disposable sponge, and I've been using these lately to blend out my concealer. I just like them because they're really soft. First of all, y'all, they're real soft, and I don't have to keep getting up and wetting a sponge. And then after I go over that with a sponge, I like to go over the brush after just to make sure I'm blending everything out nice. Right after concealer, I like to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and just apply this anywhere where I put concealer at, just to make sure, of course, my face not slipping and sliding everywhere, even though we're not going outside, y'all, because we in quarantine, and I'm ready for this to be over, y'all. And next, I'm just taking my Black Radiance bronzer, and I'm just using this to bronze up my cheeks and set my contour as well, and bring some life back to my face. Bronzer literally does three things in one. I went and popped on my lashes, y'all, and now I'm just applying some mascara to my bottom lashes because I just love the doll look that it gives you. And I also did my under eye as well. I don't know why I didn't get any of that on camera. I'm sorry, y'all. Now I'm just lining my lips first with the Anastasia contour kit. Just using the darkest shade out of that first, and with the angle brush to line my lips. And then I'm just going to take a nudie pink shade from Believe. It's a Dollar General brand. I'm just using that lip gloss to create like this ombre nudie look. You know, the brown look that you see everybody always doing. Hey y'all, so this is the finished look. I keep getting lipstick on my teeth. So this is the finished look, y'all. Y'all like how it came out? I had fun doing it. I created a look like this back in like September, I think, or October. And it didn't look nothing like this. So I could say that my skills have improved a lot since I have started focusing back on my makeup. And I'm not mad at it. I just wish I used some smaller lashes so you could see. But it worked. But if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I just say leave a like 2 times in a row, but that's a sign that y'all need to leave a like. Leave a like. Make sure you comment and subscribe to my channel to stay updated for when more videos come, and turn my notification bell on so you can get a notification when I upload a video. And if you guys enjoyed this video, keep coming back. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.